Last week on Going Nowhere Slowly, we visited the Stutterheim Engine Museum, moved through to the legendary Hogsback, which hangs in the mists almost all year round and has a serious Middle-earth feel, even though not. Visited an amazing woman who also has a mission to try and save the world, or at least teach us how to respect it. And then left to search for blue skies and the wild coast of South Africa to learn new things.
The Transkei, or the Wild Coast, as it's now known, has got a mood. I don't want to say vibe because it sounds so like hippie, but it has a mood about it, a feeling about it that you can't describe. So the only way to find out what that feeling is to go there. The nature, the natural attributes of this piece of coastline, with a wild sea coming off Antarctica, and this bush that's been preserved somehow miraculously, is extraordinary. The people who really have become accustomed to extreme luxury will not really like the Transkei. But then why should they have access to the whole world? Why should it all be just so, with the jacuzzi and the showers and the paving and those that come here constantly are those that like to be with the rawness of nature, where it's relatively untamed.
I had now officially not smoked forever, and I feel I am now fine, but I need one more rant before it goes.
The other side to the Transkei is over here, which is the building, the Homo ignoramus aspect, or the people. The irony is the Xhosa have preserved this coastline. Even though it doesn't look like it, they've preserved this place. And I think in general, Africa has been preserved from the rapacious Western conquering of the land, the establishment of everything that is just so for people, harnessing rivers for electricity because people actually are the inheritors of the earth. Who says? And in this place, this raw, wild place, where the Xhosa with their strange ways, they've kept this place. The sea life is still good. They haven't put trawlers out there to grind every single fish off every reef. They haven't taken the crayfish more than further so far below the sea line. When I first got here, before the whites started raping the perlemoen for China, this place was full. It was and the Xhosa had kept it for hundreds and hundreds of years. They'd kept it like that. I want to take my hat off to them. Well done.
It is sometimes difficult to understand why we love it here so much. But when one comes to places like this, it becomes clear again, very clear. We moved on to explore the area a bit and found one of those reasons why I get upset. And that is the way we drive in this country, with no care for anyone or anything. We just vie and do what we want. And I thought my rants were over. While in Coffee Bay, we heard rumors of big developments coming to town. And this site is apparently earmarked for a big hotel. And jacuzzis and stuff, and it makes one wonder what effect it will have on this region, really.
I'm just on the trip. I haven't had that chill feeling yet. I had a little bit of it at Hogsback, where I just felt quite one with nature and spiritual and things. And it's just getting here to the hole in the wall, I got that feeling again. That's just that feeling over my body of goosebumps. Just enjoying the coastline here.
I've walked this coastline. I saw what buildings there were here in 1979. There were about 3. Now, there's the hotel, and there's the other thing that's fenced off now for the American money. Okay, I know the Buddha and everybody and the Xhosas are involved, but the Yankees, the Yankee dollar. No. And that's it. It's like a one-way traffic. It's a thing that never goes backwards. It always goes that way. Yeah. If man could step back sometimes, and we could come here and say, yo, in 2006 there were all these buildings here, and look, they've all gone. If we could ever say that, then it would be cool, because then there's a balance. But it's always just one step more, then it's another one.
When they build these houses and things, it's looking a bit like East London or like Belito, and I agree so totally with him, because it's just so out of place. Whereas all the backpackers and the places that have been here before, they've built their rondavels, so they've almost built it into where they are. It looks like they are part of the village, of the Xhosa village around here. Whereas these big high-rise things that are going to come up is just an eyesore.
There's been a lot of talk on this trip about there's too many people and overpopulation, and I find that tremendously exciting and invigorating. This phenomenon, which is real, is probably the first real evolutionary pressure the humankind has faced for the last 45,000 years. What are we going to do? We've never had to really deal with anything before. We've just bred, people have killed each other and survived. This is the first time that the entire human race now has to come up with a new plan, and that we might actually see a new species developing because the pressure is too huge. So what's happening, there's a type of weird psychopathy and, we sommige say, schizophrenie in Afrikaans, for lack of being able to translate that quickly in English. So the one day you will have Ian and Catherine going, you know, humans are so terrible, they're just killing each other, and there's something wrong with us. And the next day, there are too many people, let's kill everyone. So we now have this weird thing that we have to solve, and I personally can't wait to see what the outcome is, because it might even happen in my lifetime.
Going nowhere slowly, and that's alright.
For what?
This natural feeling you're getting now, this standing here, there was one person down there you saw, there was a cormorant in there that took off. That is going to be gone forever.
But the developers aren't stupid. They know you want this, so they'll preserve this. I was a developer, I'd preserve this.
No.
I know people come here for that feeling. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to start building stuff here. I will build it there because I know what people want. This is what they want, your feeling. They want that feeling, I'm going to give it to them. I can't go to places like the Wild Coast or wherever in Africa that's extraordinarily beautiful. And because once in 40 years I get a thrill looking at it, nobody else in the area must build roads or live there. I mean, that's outrageous.
Too many people.
Is it really that bad for hundreds of thousands of people to come here? Because, I mean, everyone should experience this sometime in their life. Why should we be the only ones who are privileged enough to see this? So let the people come. But also you need to set out some rules and regulations of this is what we need to do. Don't build here, don't build there. I think that maybe the backhanders and things like that are going to come into effect. So because this area is so poor, I'm just hoping that we keep some kind of control over it.
And if they do have a conservation twist and they're honest about it, which most of them do, regardless of whether their motivation is pure, they do it because people want to hear conservation, I don't have a problem. The people here are very poor. They're definitely going to benefit from development. I mean, the houses are falling in, the roofs are falling down. If development brings them water and it brings them job, I'm for it.
Too bad for her body, no good for the mind.
Outside Coffee Bay, there's a place called the Hole in the Wall. The locals call it isiKhaleni, the place of sound, because of the thunderous noise those waves make when they crush through that freestanding cliff. Many people have died trying to be clever and doing some fishing there or trying to swim through it at wrong times, because that wave will just take you and you will smash yourself against a rock. Luckily for us, we had a very experienced guide and we jumped in just at the right time. This and jumping in those foaming waters when you know that people have died there trying to do exactly the same thing at the wrong time is very scary. And some people just dive bomb in there like it's nothing. But there's the thunderous roar of this foaming mass, and then you have to jump in. So I had to go like the sissy route, toes pointed and pinching my nose closed.
This spot had certainly lifted our spirits, and the pure thrill of doing something crazy washed whatever thoughts we had out of the quagmire of concern and into the exhilaration one can still feel out here in the wilds. Coffee Bay is also on the top 100 things to do before you reach the departure lounge. It really is awesome and offers much natural beauty to be enjoyed.
Apart from these caves being a magnificentical adventure to get to, there are interesting stories attached to them. It is rumoured that Mkhonto Wesizwe hid some arms, so they had arms caches here in these caves. And it's quite a safe place. I don't think people would easily venture here. Another story, you could get a distinctive smell of bat guano or leftovers of that. At a stage, people were mining guano here for money, and the locals are so poor that you would often find ladies here with candles, walking all the treacherous way down and mining one bag of bat guano just to get some paraffin for the week. Puts things in perspective.
We found a spot in a cave to contemplate and hide from the world, something not to be tried in the safety of your lounge.
There was 3 waves that came smashing in here, so, you know, yeah, comes one, yeah, comes one.
Then you have to come and sit here and get this.
Whoa, here it comes. Okay, maybe it's time to get out of this natural grotto. I think that was God saved us here, man. It's time for a high tide.
We paid our respects to this place, and with renewed vigor, we continued our quest for Madagascar and beyond.
To the Kai, to the sea,
To the coffee machine.
Coffee Bay. What a gem. What a gem. And I live 3 hours away from there. Never been past the casino. Because that's when I think of the Wild Coast, and I'm sure any of my family or my friends watching this think of the Wild Coast to think casino. Because that's as far up as you get. You know, you're going, oh, we're going to the Wild Coast. You're not going to the Wild Coast. You're going to go sit in some boardroom somewhere with slot machines. Doing that trail, walking down the side of the mountain, and it really is wild. It's not like one of these hiking trails where you have like, okay, go past the little purple rock and then you're going to follow this trail. It was like, okay, you walk down this path, and if you tipped over, you're gonna fall into the ocean and die. It's you're gonna die. It's not, you know.
Stand back a while, mankind. Just let this wild coast be. Because yeah, the Obas is the gardener. Look at these aloes here that grow only to the edge of this rock deposit here. Over there's some milkwood trees, only there. Up on that koppie up there's a kop sticking out. It's all too beautiful. And it's taken hundreds and hundreds of millions of years to make.
So I ask again for humankind to stand back, and for everyone who truly cares for this planet to spread the word.
This plant is called a euphorbia. According to local tradition, when you have twins, you plant one outside your house because it's believed that the sap, the white sap of the plant, will help you produce more milk. So just keep that in mind, that some women inside this house had either had very good luck or bad luck of having twins.
These huts are the ancient way of the Xhosa living. They are amazing in that they're not permanent. You know, if someone dies and that was their house, then that house will just fall down and go because it's mud. The mud will go back to the earth, the grass will fall onto the earth, become compost, and the cycle is completed again. Unlike the sort of Western philosophy of building something forever.
It is all happening in front of us, and sadly, we do not notice until it's too late. It's like that story of the kid who saw thousands of starfish washed up on a beach and starting to throw them back when this dude comes up and says, it's pointless, it will make no difference. And the kid simply says it makes a difference to that starfish and continues to try and save them. So, if you like what I say, then find your starfish, be it just a park near your home, or looking out for an endangered animal, or supporting a club or group of people who do good for the better of the world, then get involved. Go out and plant a tree or a hedge, or clean a beach or a park. To get to this state, it is useful to get out and see why people want to save what we have. Because in the world, there is more good than bad, and the more good we do, the less bad. If you do it for long enough, then it becomes a habit. And this, in my opinion, is a habit we need to adopt quickly. If there was one way of getting people to understand, then it would have happened a long time ago. But we have truly lost focus or sight of the magic we have and the need to preserve and protect. Or as Vivian so clearly said, we are going to get beaten 40 love or 6 love before we know it.
That's all right.
The beautiful fella here is the donkey that's tethered to a rope that he can move around and graze just the one section. Over there, there's more freedom really. Those are tourists at the backpackers in Coffee Bay. They've come up here onto the top of the cliff here for a sundowner, and we're just going to go and have a look around and see what they're about.
2 nights.
Two nights. And you're going to stay how many more?
We're actually heading off
leaving
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
We were on a bit of a time constraint because we had to get to Cape Town, but we had a lovely day today, swimming in the sea. We didn't realise there were so many sharks until afterwards. I wouldn't have swam maybe because there's sharks in the sea, which we were told afterwards, but it's good. It was a really nice day today.
Where are these people? How do they find out there's Irish, American, British, what else here? Scandinavian?
Scandinavia, Norway.
Folks behind us here.
Yeah, it's good guys.
Nice, nice guys. Tell me, how do you think they find out about your place when they come?
I mean, most of them, I think, they hear from friends they meet on the way.
Yeah.
There's some that they've had us from South America, wherever they've been. And mostly it's a word of mouth that makes our place to be known, basically.
And they keep coming.
They keep coming every day.
And they know you're nice folks.
Yeah, very nice, eh? Very nice folks, I think. No worries.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about you. I feel like I'm living in a zoo. I don't go out anymore.
The whole world here on our doorstep enjoying what we have. And this place, once you get here, is very affordable, and I, for one, can recommend it. I think we have said it before, but backpackers often have more info on areas and things to do than tourism officers, and are really user-friendly and hands-on. It is not a job for them, but something more like passion.
I know my friend standing, hijacked his van as the other died. Well, put a gun up his nose, told him to take off his clothes, and then he drove away.
The coffee shack where we stayed was no exception, and we had a great stay here. Rough and very ready, the food good, and they employ big time from the region.
Yeah, I'm on man. But I think I'll go Australia, maybe make some shipping.
Greek style potatoes with cauliflower and curry.
I am bowled over by the coffee shack in Coffee Bay, totally. For backpackers, the level of service, the friendliness, their ability to please, and their consistent passion is extraordinary. The rooms are fantastic, the food is brilliant, and they make an effort with every single thing in the community. Tonight we're going to be taught how to do the Bomvani Funani, which is an ancient traditional dance that the Xhosa ladies do, but now not many people do it anymore. This guy, Mawawa, has decided to revive this dance. Mawawa, why did you decide now that you want this old dance back? tell us about the dance.
And firstly, I saw the dance from the young ones.
Yes.
But I found like the young ones, they doesn't show these people the good quality of the dancing because they're still younger. I thought, no, if I can organize the old people, it's where even the young ones, they can learn how to do the dancing of the bombonas. Them, they just find any kind of dance somewhere, like maybe they find dancing in Cape Town and they come to do here. So like that, it doesn't give any difference.
It's like this.
But is that the girls' thing that I'm going to be learning?
Correct, but it's the traditional dance is quite simple. It's just riki tiki tiki.
Everything can't be Ricky.
And so we started to get ready for the final bash in Coffee Bay.
We must sing with the guys.
I grew up with a posa, and this to me was a fat jaw being taken back to this kind of bash and rhythm. I was thinking about this earlier today when I can remember this mood that I traveled through this countryside with first, and it was like we were really exploring Africa, and it was fantastic. But now, you know, maybe that's one of the things of age, that every time you come there, there's more houses and more people and more fences for the game to live behind, whereas before they were just living everywhere. As soon as you make a thing accessible to a Fiat Uno, you know, that's it. Sorry, but I don't mean anything as Fiat. I love little Fiat Unos. Let's call it the Corsa Light. Or as soon as you make things accessible to, then you lose all exclusivity. Like Maun in Botswana used to be this incredibly exclusive place because to get there, over 800 kilometers of awful road meant you really wanted to get there. And anyone who was there had gone through that. Now you can go there in a smart car, you know. And so there's no effort. It's weird, eh? If everyone could walk to the top of Kilimanjaro without any effort or money or anything, then it would be nothing.
What a blessing for us to be here on a day where there's sunshine. Like we would go in cities, let's go down to the Spur for a bite. They have extraordinary cliffs that you can just drive to for a sundowner. And there's no planning, you don't have to book anything, you just go there. And hour after hour, there's just waves and waves of magnificent stuff that awaits you. You can't go wrong.
Next week, we move to the easternmost point of South Africa and wait for our boat to Madagascar. We also hit bad weather, a bad cop, and a bad mood descends on the team. It just gets real bad.